Hi, my name's Katie and I'm the editor of Punkee, and I'm here today at Bondi Beach to talk to the Bondi Rescue lifeguards. Let's get into it, shall we? What's the best or worst pickup line you've ever been told while on duty?
Jeez, that's a good one.
Do you do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation?
And what do you respond?
Yes.
It wasn't the best pickup line, but she was persistent. It was just, I think she was Spanish. It was, save me, give me mouth to mouth, give me mouth to mouth. I think she'd had a big night on Christmas Eve.
And she was shouting, save me from the sand.
She was saying, save me from the sand with a glass of wine in her hand.
I actually got hit the other day and it wasn't even a pickup line. It goes, my friend thinks you're hot. And I was like, I don't know how my wife is going to think about that. I'm a little too straight-faced. People don't tend to approach me too much.
That's what we call resting bitch face in the industry.
I have a resting bitch face.
I could probably say one that we used to use. So it'd be a group of girls said, I see you didn't look too creepy when you went down, just to front them. You'd go down with your radio and everything and you said, can you just mind my radio for a minute? I was going to jump in for a quick swim. If there's no conversation, you just picked up your radio and go, oh, thanks for that, and walk off.
And that was successful?
It was successful a lot of times. Unsuccessful sometimes.
Now, we really love reality TV at Punkee, and so I want to know if you could go on any reality TV show in the world, what would it be and why?
Survivor.
Survivor.
I think Survivor.
Now, I want to petition for a Bondi Rescue Survivor series.
We work too closely together.
You know each other's weak points.
Yeah, exactly. And we know how to make each other tick, and we do it far too often in the tower. So actually stuff it, do it. Should be fun.
I want to go on alone just to see if I could last one night.
Just one?
I don't think I'd be able to last one night.
What would you bring as your one item that you can pack as extra?
Salt for the food is pretty smart. You need salt and sauce, and you can't eat a rat without some sauce,
Yeah, you're not going to survive on the show.
Yeah. I feel like I'd rather go on alone and suffer than go on maths.
What has been the craziest rescue you have ever done in your whole career?
One I did with Kerbox one day that it was massive surf. This big guy was about 120 kilos and we had to take the boards, the tubes and flippers and everything with us. It was probably about a 45-minute rescue. So
it just went south, ended up pinned up against the rocks. Thought I lost the patient, but lucky enough, it all ended well. So yeah, it was
How
good.
did you get out of there?
Just bided my time and just waited and just pinballed along the rocks until I found a better place to start paddling. So
Pinball doesn't sound comfortable.
nah.
The set is moving.
The rescue I'm least proud of was my first season of Bondi Rescue, and I'd had a big night the night before. And as I've got out to this guy, he's a bigger guy and he's covered in sun cream. So he's slipping and sliding off the board. I just can't seem to wrangle him on the board. I've come into the beach and the guys that I was working with, they were down there with the buggy. They've driven back, left me there. I've walked up with my head in my hands, towel between my legs, and I haven't heard the end of it in 5 years. Harry's, he calls me slippery. Still.
What are you most excited about the new season of Bondi Rescue?
The last few years have been through COVID and through the bushfires. It's kind of been a bit quieter, a bit slower, but this year all the tourists are back. A lot of the locals are down here.
The boys did a really good resus on the beach, and they managed to bring a person who had passed away back to life. So I'm pretty excited to see that in action. I wasn't down here that day, so I want to see how they did it. So if it ever happens again, I can learn from them.
This season's been pretty full on. So inside of work, outside of work, it's been pretty epic. Crazy rescues, a couple of dark things, but then there's always happy things. Good things happen outside of work, during work. So yeah, it's a good season.
If you could give one piece of advice to every beachgoer heading to Bondi, what would you want it to be?
if you get yourself caught in a rip and you're panicking, just use the survival skill of float, because majority of the time the rip will take you across the sandbank when you stand up.
If you see Harry's or Hoppo, heckle them.
Swim between the flags. Red and yellow flags, that's a safe spot. But also just enjoy the beach. Respect everyone else and you'll have a good time. But swim between the red and yellow flags.
Avoid swimming where the dangerous current signs are. Rips do kill people. Always look after yourselves. And if you ever have any questions, hit myself up or the lifeguards. We're always here to help you. Look after yourselves.
You can see the new season of Bondi Rescue featuring all of these lifeguards on Network 10 now.